Hi, everybody, from the Floyd E. Critton Gymnasium here on the campus of Owen County High School in Owenton, Kentucky, where tonight the Owen County Lady Rebels get set to take on the South Oldham Lady Dragons. I'm Brian Blair, joined alongside Braden Howard, and if you could not hear the senior celebration, our apologies. Some technical issues up here, and so I apologize for that. But we want to let you know that those festivities have concluded. The clock is running, and we are about 20 minutes away from the start of this basketball game with Owen County and South Oldham. Before we really talk much about the game, let's spend a couple of minutes talking about these seniors. Aldo and Levas, the hype man, the manager, yes. Aldo. Teamwork makes the dream work. He was honored along with Rachel Howard, Addie Bowling, and Haley Logan. And, you know, obviously we'll get to your sister specifically because you obviously know her. But what's it like on a senior night to be recognized and to see your face plastered on the wall and run through the hoops? What's that like emotionally? Can you talk about that a little bit?
So I was a golfer, so I never was in here, to have my face plastered on a wall. But I did have a senior night. It was at the football senior night. I think it just made it that much more special to be there with my friends that played football and to still have, like, the big recognition that all the other sports get. We had our senior night at the golf course. A few friends came out and stuff, but, we had caddies that night. That was fun.
Who was your caddy?
Dawson Stedham, I believe.
And, did he do a good job?
Yes, he did. I was going to let him use my push cart, but his dad said no. He's packing your bag. I was like, okay. I was like, so that was cool. But it's a special night, and, it's a night that each senior looks forward to, whether they say it or not, because, they have worked all these years and they put in all the work. It's good to be recognized every once in a while, and it's a good send-off for them. There's still more games this week. Yep. There's still more games, hopefully, in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
But it's a good way to just kind of – it's good closure. But it's also a good celebration as well.
What about, and obviously it's a little different in basketball, and like you said, the girls are going to have one more game in here on Thursday night. But what's it, and obviously you go back to Wheatley and play golf all the time, but what's it like for you to be teeing off that first couple of holes? Do you think about, this is my last match as a senior year? Because, you wonder how that plays into the emotions of tonight, and of course tomorrow night the guys are going to do this. But how much do you think about it? How many holes did you have to play that night, or how many times did you have to hit the ball before you're like, this is just another round?
I don't think I ever really got to that point.
Really?
Like I never got warmed up, so to speak. So complete opposite of what you were thinking.
Okay.
Now, I did not play good that night, but, I was more focused on the regions the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That was the biggest tournament we play in, or would be the biggest tournament.
Right.
So I was more focused on making it to the state tournament, so I didn't have to worry about when the end of my season would be. I knew that my season would end at the state tournament.
Yeah.
And what better place to do it than at the KHSAA state tournament.
Yeah.
But, I don't know how to describe it.
That's fine.
It's a different feeling for everybody.
Yeah.
Now, in basketball, I've seen it before. They kind of throw up some crazy shots very quickly. Maybe they slack on defense because they know there's cupcakes later on. You never know.
Wait. There's cupcakes.
Was I not supposed to say that?
No, I don't. You're fine. What's it like, speaking specifically now, and a couple of angles I want to take on this. What's it like for you, the big brother, to, I thought about this today. I have a younger sister, and, she gets on your nerves sometimes, and I'm sure I got on her nerves and vice versa. But what's that like for you to watch her walk across the floor on her senior night?
Well, it makes me feel old, first off. Most people that know me call me an old man anyway because, I'm in bed early. And
yeah, this game's not starting until like 8:15.
I know. It's going to be a struggle. I had to get up an hour earlier today to go to Louisville for meetings, so we'll see if I make it through this game tonight. I don't think it's really going to hit me until it is her final game. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, holy crap, my sisters are seniors. Like, now what? But, there's still a lot of season left, and I'm hopeful about that.
Have you talked to her about this at all today? I mean, obviously you've been in meetings, but have you talked to her? I mean, what's going through her head right now?
I haven't really, but I know yesterday afternoon was a struggle. I was in my room doing God knows what. And she was in there trying to fill out that the write-up, and she couldn't get the right words, and Mom was working on getting the right words, and it was just a struggle. But, apparently they found a good solution because it sounded pretty good tonight.
It did. And you can let the world know you did not know where she was going to college.
No, I didn't. We've talked about it, and she still might not know. She might have just said that to be saying that. But, yes, let it be known to the YouTube world that tonight was the first time I found out where my sister was going to college and what she was going to major in.
And folks, look, he's not making that up, because when TJ read it, he actually looked at me and was like, I didn't know that. That's the first time I've heard that. So that's fact.
Which I thought she would still take the business route. She's still kind of.
We're going to take it right down right now to Colby Young, and he's going to be talking to South Oldham head coach Gene Heffington. Not sure what exactly happened there. We're still having some issues with that microphone. We'll try to get it worked out. I'm sure Coach Heffington had some nice things to say about his team. And let's talk about this basketball game coming up. We've got Brady's going to go down and try to fix it. So, as we think about this basketball game tonight, and we'll talk more about it, South Oldham comes in 18-4 under the direction of Gene Heffington. Owen County 11-12. Of course, their head coach is Amy Wesselman, and she's making her way over to talk. We're trying to get some. All right, we got sound out of it now. So I think we should be good for head coach Amy Wesselman. We're looking good.
I'm Colby Young again with Coach Wesselman. Coach, how do you feel about tonight's matchup against South Oldham?
We've got our hands full tonight. They're a really good team. We had a really good week in practice last week. We've had some time to prepare for it. Senior night, got a good crowd, so we feel pretty good about our chances.
Sounds good. Thank you, Coach.
That's head coach Amy Wesselman. Thank you, Colby, for that. And again, apologize for trying to get some of these technical difficulties worked out. Hopefully we have it worked out. But as I was saying, South Oldham, good basketball team, 18-4 on the season. They're coming off a 69-34 win over Nelson County the other night. We'll talk a little bit more about some of the scores that scored for them. But they have won five straight. And since January 1st, they're 8-1, and I was hoping to get with some of their coaches for the game, and I really never had a chance to. But interestingly enough, they've lost four times this year. Two of those 4 games they've lost to have been to Ballard out of Louisville. So I was kind of curious as to what about Ballard gave this team trouble, but 2 of their 4 losses have come to the Ballard Lady Bruins. Owen County really playing well right now. They have battled back to where they are 11-12. Their last outing against Triple County, the Lady Rebels won it 50-32. When you look at these two teams, Coach Wesselman said it. South Oldham's a good squad. they're going to score points and they're going to want to shoot a bunch of threes. They average 67 a game, 67, not 67 threes, 67 points a game. But they have shot on the season 444 threes. Now compare that to Owen County. They've shot 378 threes on the year. So Owen County, Braden, a team that likes to kind of work inside. South Oldham's a team that's going to light it up. They're going to fire it away from deep.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those games that we won't really know what happened. And, even though this is a region matchup, we really haven't seen a lot of South Oldham. At least I haven't. It's just not one of those trips that we make often.
It's a drive.
It's a once-a-year game.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they just rotate on the schedule each year. I do remember going to South Oldham to watch a ball game, but if I remember correctly, I was a senior in high school. So let's throw that all the way back to 2020. Long time ago. It was a pretty dominant game by Owen County. But again, 4 or 5 years ago, lots changed since then. I know they're well coached. He's been there for a while. It should be an interesting game, and it's an 8th region matchup. So, I mean, it's got to be a good ball game.
I think, and one of the things that I would be very interested in knowing tonight, and didn't, I think Coach Wesselman would say this, and I thought about you a little bit when I was getting ready for this game, because I don't want to think of this as being like a throwaway game, right? It matters because it's in the 8th region. But I think for Owen County tonight, this is a little bit of one of those barometer games. You just kind of see where you are, because South Oldham's a good team. They're one of the top teams record-wise in the 8th region, and it's a test. I mean, you're healthy, obviously. Zoe Webster not there. You wish you had her. She's not. But everybody's healthy. There was some sickness that ran through the team last week. Fortunately, didn't really affect any games because there weren't any. But I really think this is one of those games where you kind of find out a little bit about yourself here down the stretch. And that's important because, as you said, your focus, now that district play's over, is thinking about the tournament. And this is going to be one of those games to help you see where you are.
And we've talked about this every single night, boys' games, girls' games. She scheduled this team towards the end of the season for a reason. It's going to hopefully test their abilities a little bit, maybe work out some kinks there, like on defense, or maybe there's a certain way they need to set a screen on the offense to make that play work. So this will be a night to just kind of test the waters, maybe try some of those new plays that we talked about. These district teams might get some film from it, but it'll be a good way to test it against somebody to see if it is going to be something worth trying.
And it's one of those games, and we talked a little bit about this last week when the boys played North Oldham. It's one of those games where you could easily see this team again in the regional tournament. So it's always fun as far as that's concerned. Owen County comes in. They have won 5 of their last 6. And since January 1st, they are 8-3. These two teams got together almost exactly a year ago. And South Oldham got the best of Owen County that night, 49-38. A lot of the folks who played that night are playing tonight. Rachel Howard, 12.6 rebounds a year ago. Zoe Webster had 11 points that night. Ella Morrison led South Oldham with 23.6 rebounds. Madison Young, 13.7 boards for South Oldham. Big difference in that game, and I'm sure Coach Wesselman would love to kind of improve upon this, but in that game a year ago, Owen County was 7 of 23 from three-point range, and South Oldham was 6 of 12. But here's one of the key differences from a year ago. Owen County only shot 2 free throws that night in Crestwood. They were 1 for 2 from the line, and South Oldham 9 of 15. No, I'm not saying I'm not implying any of that, but an interesting stat, and I'm sure it is a stat that Coach Wesselman tonight would like to see her team be more aggressive and get to the free throw line more. But that's where they played a year ago. South Oldham does lead the series 14-8 overall, and Owen's last win was back on 12-11, 2019, when they won 66-59. 54. It's a big week for the Lady Rebels tonight. Of course, senior night, they're going to be back in action here Thursday night when they play a really good Grant County team who's 17-6. Follow that up with a road trip up to Fort Thomas to play Highlands. They're 17-7. But then next week you play at North Oldham, 11-13 on the year, and then you close out the year here on the 22nd against Western Hills, who's 8-15 overall. But after tonight, well, starting tonight, you got 3 really, really tough basketball games.
Yeah, and especially, traveling up to the Oldham counties, it's going to be a tough game regardless because, there is the trip. There's the trip back that you're thinking about during the ball game. It's it's one of those things that works against you. But, again, it's just more prep for the district tournament because it's not at Owen County. So they're going to have to be used to maybe traveling a little ways, maybe having a late night or two throughout the week.
It is. It's tournament's a whole different breed. I mean, when you think about it, the travel, going, you're not going to have any more home games, quote unquote. The district tournament for the boys and the girls is going to be at Carroll County. Of course, the regional tournament for the boys, as always, for the last 100 years, has been at Henry County, and the girls' 8th region this year will be at Anderson County. So, as always, getting ready for that. And like you said, I mean, you could have some games there that don't start till 8 or 8:30, depending on how things go. So it is a fun week, a fun week. The boys in action tomorrow night here. It'll be a little family reunion on the Valentine's Eve as Blake Traylor brings Shelby County in here tomorrow night as he's the head man of the Rockets. We'll talk about that more as the game goes on. But I do have to ask, thoughts last night on the Kansas City Swifts knocking off the San Francisco 49ers?
I didn't watch a second of it.
Really?
Not
in
a
protest?
Second. No, I just wasn't interested.
All right.
I mean, I've seen all the commercials beforehand, so I mean, that's like, there's no need to watch the commercials now, and just wasn't feeling it.
All right.
I was in a room with about 400 agents today, and everybody was talking about the football game, and I was like, what football game?
Well, I'll give you my thoughts really quick. I watched all of it. I was for the 49ers. I really believed the Chiefs were going to win. They did. And I have said this about the Kansas City Chiefs now for a few months. They are the horror movie villain. You think you got them, and then all of a sudden they're alive again, and you're in trouble. And the 49ers last night had their chances several times to put them away, weren't able to do it, and I am not surprised at all that the 49 or the Chiefs won it last night. And I, honestly, as much as this pains me to say as a Bengals fan, until someone knocks them off, they're the best team in the AFC. And that hurts a little inside to have to say. I'm not going to lie. I will also say, folks, of course, this is essentially radio. So I am dressed for radio tonight. But, man, you are dressed up. You had those meetings today. I guess it was a little more than business casual.
Well, the email said business casual.
All right.
But my boss texted me and said we needed to look nice.
All right. So you got – let me run this down. I got khaki pants on, tennis shoes, and like a pullover kind of rain jacket because when we leave it might be raining. My guy over here, Braden, he's got on like khaki pants, nice dress shirt, tie, and a sport coat.
Well, these are Nike golf pants.
What?
If that helps. Very, very comfortable. But they did recognize new agents today.
You got the tie clip even.
Well, it can get windy sometimes.
I'm just saying.
They recognized new agents today at our sales conference, so I had to go up on stage, and they had to show my introduction video. So I was like, I text one of my other fellow new agents, and I was like, hey, are we wearing ties tomorrow, or like what's going on? So all the males that signed the same day as me had on ties. So I didn't want to.
And he is a Louisville fan, but he is wearing blue.
Well,
And you went to Louisville in blue.
The blue company pays my paycheck,
Okay.
so
All right.
It's Farm Bureau blue.
All right.
It's not UK
All right,
blue.
I gotcha.
We've determined that a long time ago.
All right, we're going to turn it. Enough about what we're wearing. I'm wearing Gucci. No, enough about what we're wearing, and it's turn it over to the PA for the national anthem and the starting line.
Welcome to Oldham Gymnasium here at Owen County High School. Tonight's basketball match in the South Oldham County Lady Rebels. Would you please stand as we honor our culture? Playing our national anthem performed by the Owen County High School band under the direction of Mr. Michael Kingston. Now, starting lineups first, visitors on the scoreboard. South Oldham. Number 2, Ella Morrison. Number 15, Avery Flynn. Number 22, Madison Young. Number 12, Brandon Ripley. Number 14, Grace Turner. And now, the
So once again, your starting lineups tonight. First for South Oldham, it'll be Ella Morrison, Bryn Bricky, Grace Turner, Avery Flynn, and Madison Young. For Owen County, Rachel Howard, Addie Bowling, Haley Logan, Kaylee Gibson, and Kylie Steffen. Aldo does not get the start on senior night.
You know, that's disappointing. We're going to have a talk with Coach Wesselman after this game.
Talking about the two players you're going to watch tonight for South Oldham, it's Madison Young and Ella Morrison, both averaging about 18 points a game. They're the two to keep an eye on as Owen County controls the opening tip. And Haley Logan's going right to the rack, and she misses, gets her own rebound, and misses again. Two great looks to start the game, but can't finish. And Owen County in a man here early.
Yeah, I think size is definitely going to be a factor in this game. Just looking at South here, they do look like a pretty tall team. I know we are too in some regards. You know, Haley and Rachel are both pushing 6 foot. but it looks like their guards are just slightly taller than ours.
So South Oldham going to open up in a 2-3 zone after they missed their opening shot of the game. The Lady Rebels in their last outing against Trimble only made one 3-point basket. Kylie Steffen hit that, and she's going to try this one from long range, and she knocks it down. That is a great start for Kylie Steffen, and the Lady Rebels lead at 3-0. There's a pass quickly in the paint and a bucket up and in. That is Ella Morrison. She is a player, I am told. South Oldham averaging about 66 points a game. The Lady Rebels just 41. So, you know, it's much like we saw the guys the other night. They're going to want to control the tempo of this game. And that's just an unfortunate pass, and this is a breakout. And all the way laying it up and in is Bryn Bricky. They're going to want to get down the floor as quick as they can, it looks like.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed so far is they do like to really slow it down on the defensive end, but speed it up extremely fast on the offensive end. I think that's something the Rebels need to look for tonight.
Trying to move it around against this zone. In the lane, it gets to Logan, who turns, throws it off the window, no good. And tracks down her own rebound. She gets double teamed and throws it away. Here's Avery Flynn. Nice pass up and no good. Madison Young, and we're going to get a foul. That was a great pass. Madison Young couldn't finish it. But we're going to get our first foul of the night. And it's going to go against Kayla Gibson. And that's going to put Ella Morrison at the line. (5-3). The visitors on top. Second, no good, and Haley Logan the rebound. Down in the paint, a lot of contact. Gibson able to keep it alive, and she traveled. Good defensive pressure down there as she was double teamed in the corner. And watching them in warm-up, South Oldham, they were practicing that drill where they double team off the pass. Left-handed scoop, no good. That's Turner, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound.
That one's going to be Kaylee Gibson's second.
So Ella Morrison, the player we've been talking about a little bit, she's only a sophomore. And that free throw almost didn't hit anything. Jasmine Tidd up off the bench early. As you said, the second foul on Kayla Gibson. That could be an early story to keep an eye on.
And it's also going to be a lane violation.
Somebody stepped in too soon. Yeah, I'm not sure which Lady Rebel did, but it's a break for the Lady Dragons as Turner had missed both. And now she misses all three. And number 3, Rachel Howard with the rebound. That's tough. You get the extra chance and you miss them. You miss all of them.
Now in the JV game, there was a South Oldham player that made all 3 of them. The same situation.
Look at that, the pressure, and we're going to get a foul. You know, if you go back a little, that's going to be on Grace Turner, but it reminds me a little bit of Simon Kenton, when the way they double team the ball up near the top. Simon will press the whole floor. And we haven't seen that yet, but they are very aggressive when that ball gets on the side on the wing about double teaming. Nice move. Logan trying to get in there and get a bucket. Can't. Shot gets blocked, and it ends up with Morrison. And, yeah, traveling called as Avery Flynn with the pump, but she shuffled the puppies a little bit and gets called for the travel. So Owen County Down 5-3, 4:32 to go first quarter. Speaking of Simon Kenton, they were the team that ended South Oldham's season last year in the 8th Region semifinals. Rachel Howard, a three on the way. No. Addie Bowling with the rebound. Kicks it out, Haley Logan. She wanted to shoot that so bad.
I think with the Rebels tonight, too, they're going to have to rely on that three-point shot. We've seen the past few possessions getting inside has not really worked out that well because everybody just collapses.
It's a nice drive by Howard. Up, no good. Rebound comes down to South Oldham. Morrison has it. And long hair sometimes gets right between the numbers, and you can't see them. That's Bricky. Now drops it off in the corner. Oh, nice crossover to get in the paint. The shot no good by Young, and the rebound controlled by Owen County. Nice little crossover move there by Madison Young. Callie Steffen has to take that, and she knocks down her second German-American Bank three-point shot. If they're going to leave her that wide open, you have to take it, as Madison Young goes all the way and lays it up for her first two. Steffen has it stripped by Young, who falls down. I thought that would be a travel. Unbelievable. Kylie Steffen gets the turnover off the bottom, and she gets an and one. That's a crazy play.
You know, for a second I thought Kylie was going to shoot it backwards on the ground. That would have been impressive.
And you say that, and she was almost kind of forced to because no one really came to help her until Logan did, and she gets the basket and then banks in the free throw, and the Lady Rebels back up by 2. So it's been 2 3-pointers and an old-fashioned three-point play that have accounted for all. Do I sound old when I say old-fashioned three-point play?
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
I thought about it the other night. I'm like, gosh, I sound like an old man when I say old-fashioned. There's probably people like, what is that? Old-fashioned three-point play? 9-7. Young puts up a little baby hook. No, and a foul. They get Haley Logan. Now they're going to get Jasmine Tidd.
It's like a foul away from the ball there. Maybe not. She's still shooting.
She's going to the line for 2. Free throw good. That one by Madison Young was pure. Madison Young, as I said, 18 points a contest. She shoots it 58% from the field. That's getting it done as she makes both free throws, and we are deadlocked again at 9. Nice move with the left hand. Haven't seen her do that in a while. That was nice.
Yeah, I really like those little floater plays. You know, working those short corners in that case, it's just a drive down the middle.
Here's a three, a long high with an air ball. That was Grace Turner. She's now missed 3 free throws and air ball to three-pointer. Not her night so far. And with 2 minutes left, Owen County a chance to extend an already 2-point lead. Howard's going to let one go. That one's off the front of the rim, out of bounds, and it goes to South Oldham. And we're going to get Lila Wilson into the game. JV team came up a little bit short, losing by 4 earlier tonight. Seems like it was about an hour ago. Three-pointer on the way. That is good. Avery Flynn with a nice-looking jump shot, and it's 12-11. Wilson Tidd, she's going to let one go. No. And a collision, and Rachel Howard goes down.
Fouls on 10, Ella Morrison, her second, team third.
I think more than anything, she got the wind knocked out of her. I couldn't hear what she was saying. I don't know if you were listening. The fortunate thing was, and Miss Hearn down there was right on it, she didn't hit her head. I think what hit first was her elbow.
Yep.
And that's what made the thud. But it was not her head. So I think once she kind of gathered herself a little bit and got her wits together, I think it's maybe scared her a little bit.
Anytime you take a hard fall like that, it does.
Haley Logan, nice tough shot, and she draws the foul. So Abigail Dempsey into the game. I can't imagine Rachel sit over there very long.
If it was up to her, she would not be on the bench right now either.
Well, that's the second foul on Grace Turner. The free throw, no good. Owen County, just a 58% free throw shooting team. And when you talk about getting ready for districts and regionals, and she's up now getting ready to go back in, that is an area where you are going to have to improve. Because you're going to play some close games and you never know. Here's Flynn again, no good. Nice strong rebound by Turner, and she just drives right around Dempsey to the left side of the rim and lays it in.
You know, especially with the Lady Rebels not being as dominant as normal, you know, it might come down to free throws. Ideally, it doesn't, but it could.
Oh, nice crossover, but she lost the ball right to Abigail Dempsey. She goes left side. Has it blocked, gets it back. Here's Tidd, knocks one down. I like the confidence of Jasmine Tidd tonight. There's Haley Logan knocking it out of bounds. I actually have a class with Jasmine, and she and I were talking a little bit today about her game. And I said to her, I think your biggest struggle is yourself. Sometimes and having the confidence. So tonight, nice to see her come out and get one. Here's a near steal, and it is off the foot of Chloe John, who's into the game. And Owen County a chance for the last shot of the quarter, chance to maybe take the lead. Coming up between quarters, I'll have my question of the night for Braden Howard.
Got to get a shot.
And they do not. That is disappointing. However, it's a 14-13 game here at the end of the first quarter. Now, I need to read these corporate sponsors, but I want to ask you, and I'll give you a second to think about it. Of course, you didn't see it last night, and that's fine. Usher was the halftime show last night. I don't know a ton of Usher songs, I will admit. It was entertaining, I suppose. No knock. I just don't know a lot of Usher songs. So as I read these corporate partners, you think about if you could pick next year's halftime show, who would it be? And I'll read our corporate partners. Adidas, Ascraft Realty, Broadlane, Bush Realty, the Covenants Group, Call Family Pharmacy, Commonwealth Credit Union, Double B Dumpsters, Elk Creek Hunt Club, Family Billiards Pool Hall, German American Bank, Graphics for Athletics, the Growing Family McDonald's, H&W Dukes, Sporting Goods, Kelly Brothers, BBA North American Stainless, Owen Electric, Perry Logistics, Snappy Tomato Pizza, Southern States, State Farm of Owenton, and UK Sports Medicine. Who you got?
I feel like that's a loaded question.
No, it's not. I made it.
There's so many. Like, you know, I really think they need to switch genres. You know, it's been like the same R&B, pop, rap sort of thing here recently. I would say Toby Keith, but, you know, God rest his soul.
Yes.
He would be perfect for it. He's a partier, you know.
My wife said Jimmy Buffett earlier today, but of course he
Same
too
situation.
has passed away.
I don't know.
All right, you can think about it. We got 3 more quarters. Madison Young. I do agree. I think and the next year the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Oh, nice pass. And then reaching in there, Lila Wilson to almost take it away. Good defense. And the Lady Rebels do take it away.
She got it that time.
Her confidence is growing every minute she's on the floor. My kids think it needs to be a country collaboration.
Yep, but then, you see, I'm kind of the old soul coming out again. I don't want any of these new artists. They're not country. It's
Tim
not,
McGraw.
I mean, he's on the line. I mean, his older stuff is good.
Kylie Steffen with a 3, no good. 14-13, a minute into the second quarter. Can't leave her that wide open, but she misses wildly. Morrison. Oh, Madison Young, I thought she was going to travel. Somehow kept her dribble. Owen County getting after it defensively tonight, and they're not playing that 1-3-1 trap. They're just going straight up, and that's just a tough shot by Grace Turner. Not much you can do about that. Ooh, Kylie Steffens thought about that for just a second. That would have been from downtown. Had to have been from the courthouse, the old one. Haley Logan driving in, trying to score, and gets fouled. I think they're going to get Madison Young. Haley Logan back to the line. She has done a good job in the last 3 or 4 games of getting to the free throw line, of being aggressive and getting to the line. But again, I don't mean to harp on it, but you're going to have to make them. And she missed them both. Just 1 of 5 so far tonight. 16-13, Madison Young. Oh, that was a push-off. And then Kylie Steffen, that made her mad, to be quite honest. And she tried to take it away and got called for the foul. That did. That made her, you could see the fire in her eyes. She thought she got pushed off. I thought she did too.
It's like she had a little extra speed there going.
Yes, she did. Nice spin move. Madison Young, that was nice. You see a little bit why she shoots 58%. She's making more than she's missing down there in the paint. Lila Wilson, good drive out to Addie Bowling. Yeah, shoot that, Lila. That's a good-looking shot. Ooh, I thought her foot was on the line. I'm not going to say anything.
We have this conversation too often.
Lila Wilson with the German-American Bank 3, and there's that same layup that Turner made a second ago. Misses this time. And that's a double. Yes, it is. Ooh. Haley mad at herself, I think, more than anything right there. 18-16. So far, if you're an Owen County fan, if you're an Owen County head coach, you got to like the pace of this game right now. It's been an Owen County pace. Oh, look at that little Euro step. She is going to take that, a pretty jumper off the back iron, no good. And then a wide open jumper missed. And look who's in there to try to rip it away, and we're going to get a held ball, and it's going to come to Owen County. Scrappy tonight are the Lady Rebels. Jasmine Tidd into the game for Haley Logan. Look, there's the pressure. See how it came quickly when Rachel caught that ball? She doesn't have a lot of trouble with it. You got to move it quickly. You can't hold on to it in this case. Wilson to Tidd. Tidd, a little short corner jumper. No. Rebound Rachel Howard, and she's fouled and ends up on her backside again. Not quite as hard that time. And Madison Young will pick up her second.
Fouls on 22, Madison Young, her second. Team second.
Chance to tie, and Howard makes the first. See what Coach Heffington does here with Madison Young. She has 2. Nobody at the scores table, so I think he's going to trust her here and leave her in, as that one was short. And it's 18-17. And Kylie Steffen knocks it away and steals it. Oh, good pass down to Lila Wilson. Should have dribbled out that time. And then Kylie Steffen for 3, no. But look who's in there to get the rebound. What a game so far tonight for number 15. She's playing like an upperclassman out there right now. Which I said this the other night, I really think she could be one of the X factors going into the tournament. Nice step through. Kylie Steffen with the basket. Nice play. She has 8. Lady Rebels lead by 1. And a pass too high, and a good save down low, up and good. Bryn Bricky got the friendly bounce. 20-19, 3:15 to go in the first half. Over to Howard, down on the baseline to Tidd, back up to Bowling, 3-pointer on the way, good! Addie Bowling, nice ball movement right there by Owen County, and Addie Bowling pays it off with the Lady Rebels' 4th German American Bank 3-pointer. They lead by 2. Madison Young knocked away and recovered, and then thrown right to Rachel Howard with the unconventional steal. 2:20 to go. 22-20, Lady Rebels on top. In the lane, Steffen. Oh, going to work, lost it, and then saves it in to Grace Turner. Turner on the run and then throws it too far in front of Avery Flynn. And South Oldham committing some turnovers tonight.
I feel like we say this every night, too. Just some crazy, unforced turnovers that neither team should be having.
Yeah, it's one thing when you get trapped or, the defense makes a good play. It's another thing when you're running the break, a break which you really should score on, and you throw it away. Down to 1:49. Haley Logan back in, up left hand, no. Put up and in, and that is Emily Cornett.
Or is that Dempsey? I believe that's Chloe Dempsey.
Down in the paint, shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Dempsey. I think you're right. I've got Emily is number 4, Chloe is number 40, and that is correct. So my apologies. Chloe Dempsey with the basket. Here's Rachel Howard with the 3. That's no good. Rebound, Addie Bowling. Lady Rebels doing a great job on the offensive glass. Oh, nice pass. Dempsey can't finish that one. Ball loose, and somehow the Lady Rebels come out of there with it. Some wild action going on right now. Lady Rebels a chance to extend the lead. They lead at 24-20. 40 seconds. Trying to use the screen is Kylie Steffen. She got smacked in the face by number 25, Sydney Hall, who's in the game. And that is her first, but just the third team foul overall. So with a half a minute to go, Lady Rebels have the ball. Inbound, Howard to Bowling. Kylie Steffen, deep three, no, rebound controlled by Ella Morrison. Morrison going all the way, and Kylie Steffen is going to be caught, I think, for the foul here. So that is going to be the second foul on Kylie Steffen. That was just a case, Braden, where Ella Morrison said, stop me.
Yeah, and that might not be an awful foul there either. It did stop the fast break. It still sends them to the line, but they got to make the free throws.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think you've got to be careful to not commit an intentional foul. Obviously, Kylie nowhere near that. She almost calls a jump ball, to be quite honest. And she had a lot of ball. Morrison converts, but the Lady Rebels still lead by 2. And barring something crazy here, you would think they'll have the lead at the intermission. Will it be 2, 4, or 5? Down to 8 seconds. Logan. Got to get a shot up. She drives, has it knocked out of bounds, and there'll be .8.
So I believe the number that they go by in college basketball is .6 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
When you can catch and shoot,
yes,
it's .3.
.3.
It is. Inbound. Logan, that wouldn't have counted anyway. It is blocked. Yeah, .3. And so we have reached halftime here at Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium, and the Lady Rebels lead the Lady Dragons 24-22. It has been quite the first half. And it is time, I believe, tonight we will have, we have our world famous halftime shootout.
TJ is heading to the mic and looking towards the student section, so I believe so.
It is Jersey night tonight, apparently.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our halftime game. You all know it, 1 minute clock, layup, free throw, 3-point, half-court shot, and they call 4, and you get free concessions.
So we'll see who our contestants will be tonight.
All right, let's see here. First round.
Looks like a bunch of first graders wanting to be picked for the line leader down there.
Versus.
That is one of the most accurate descriptions I might have ever heard for that. Pick me, pick me. Or it could be the White House press briefing room.
No comment.
Me.
Here we go.
So this one's going to be between Davis Smith and Malachi Mefford. Malachi got a head start there. Might have to go back and review that one.
I'm going to say, Brock a little less he sped up on that rebound a little bit. Not Brock, Brax. What am I saying? Malachi already at the half-court line. And had it rim out. Now Davis just made the free throw. He's got some work to do.
30 seconds.
Oh, it rimmed out. Malachi on the other end. Oh, Davis thought that was good. And Davis may not get to the three-point line, or to the half-court line.
Oh, with that bad deflection off the rim there, Malachi's probably only got one more.
He got it.
Yep.
He got it. And that'll do it.
Free popcorn for Malachi Mefford.
And Davis Smith dejected
All right, now we got one
as he walks off the court.
Time for one more round. Let's go alumni edition. We got Desi G in the house versus Ryan Young. No, he's got one shoulder. Okay. Alumni. Oh, yeah, let's go. Here we go. Misty Ellis, come on.
So this one's going to be between the All-A state champion, Destiny Goodridge, and Misty Ellis.
All right, who you got?
I think it's hard not to go with Destiny.
She has a ring.
Free throw, 3 points, half-court shot, make all 4. We'll give you 4 possessions. On your mark, get set, go.
Form to start by both. Hey now, we're at the 3-point line out here.
Miller, get out of the way.
Oh,
Destiny's taking her time on these free throws.
she's thinking there for the All-A state title. You just got to fire him up. There you go. Nope. There we go. Oh.
The three-pointer's good.
All right, Destiny needs one. Is it her destiny tonight to get a free hot dog? Not on that one, but a good-looking shot. All right. Both of them are going to be at the half-court line.
She got it.
And she did. Now, that's not a full half-court shot.
Keep going, Misty. You got 10 seconds.
And it's not going to happen. Don't know if you saw this on Saturday morning. The young lady who gets to do the halftime challenge at the Kansas on College Game Day, you get 19 seconds to make one half-court shot for $19,000. She made the very first one. Nice.
yeah.
Switched it. It was nice. All right, taking a look at some other action around the 8th region tonight, then we'll run down the scoring totals. These are girls' games tonight. Oldham County is taking on Bluegrass United. That's a homeschool group, and that game is at Oldham County. Eminence is at Bergen, or is hosting Bergen tonight. That game going on over at the new gym. Gallatin is up north playing Villa Madonna. Have you ever been in the gym at Villa Madonna?
I have not. I've played baseball there.
Well, the gym is a nice gym. So imagine, folks, if you're watching this on TV, okay, on the other side where the scores table is, there's a glass window that looks out into this lake. It's really pretty, but in the wintertime, it's really cold in there. Because, I mean, it is just open air. But it's pretty. It's a nice view outside. Don't know why I shared that, but hey, North Oldham's up playing Highlands Latin tonight, and then Carroll County is on the road playing at Walton tonight. As we said, the girls back here Thursday night taking on Grant County. The boys in action tomorrow. It'll be senior night in here tomorrow for those guys as they take on Shelby County. That game will probably start around the same time tonight's has. It'll be the prime time game of the night. Taking a look at scoring totals tonight. First of all, for South Oldham, they are led by Madison Young, who had 6 points. Ella Morrison with 5. Bryn Bricky and Grace Turner each with 4. And Avery Flynn has 3. For Owen County, Kylie Steffen with 8. Haley Logan with 5. Lila Wilson has 3. Jasmine Tidd, Chloe Dempsey with 2 each. Addie Bowling with 3 as well. Rachel Howard has 1 point. As I said, though, you look at the score right now, and it's 24-22. And if you're head coach Amy Wesselman, you have to feel good right now because this game is being played at your pace. And so far, your kids are hanging right in there with a really good South Oldham team.
Yeah, you know, we knew it was going to be a test to begin with, but they have been able to execute really well. You know, I would like to see the Lady Rebels try to find some more spacing on the offensive end, but so far they're doing good. You know, they are struggling a little bit there in the paint, but they're still finding ways to score in there as well.
I like their defense tonight. I think they've played some real tenacious D. South Oldham likes the pressure, and Owen County is doing it defensively in playing man up. I mean, they're not playing that little zone trap that they had been playing for the last couple of weeks. I wonder if that's just a wrinkle they kind of put in for tonight, or if they're thinking ahead and thinking they might play South Oldham again, and they don't want to show it.
Yeah,
I don't know. And be something to find out tomorrow. But it will be imperative for them to keep this up, obviously. But so far, through one half, they are playing very good basketball.
And I think another reason why they are in a man-to-man defense tonight is this team is quick. You know, if they play too much with that 1-3-1, it's going to leave a lot of shooters open. And that's something the Lady Rebels can't afford to happen is South Oldham start shooting lights out.
Yep, I agree.
So far it's working. It might wear down the Rebels a little quicker than normal, but that's just something they'll have to adapt with.
Would you see, and I don't know whether this will happen or not, but would you see South Oldham maybe coming out of their zone a little bit here and playing a little more aggressive man-to-man?
I mean, potentially. They might guard the three a little more. You know, the Lady Rebels have been pretty successful from the three-point line tonight. But I think their defense is so good on the inside that they can't really afford to do that.
I would agree. Taking a look around the country at some college hoops going on. Number 9, Duke right now, under 4 minutes to go. They're leading Wake Forest 68-61 in the only game involving a ranked opponent. Coming up later on tonight, number 6, Kansas will be taking on Texas Tech, the Red Raiders. And that's about it as far as ranked basketball. Lehigh and Bucknell, 35 seconds to go. Lehigh in the Patriot League leads Bucknell 57-56. TCU, the Horned Frogs, lead West Virginia 47-35. And for all the West Virginia fans out there, I am sorry for what happened to you on Saturday. Texas beat, I don't know the final score, but it was 90 to not very many. They destroyed West Virginia the other day. Coming up tomorrow, a couple ranked games. Cincinnati, the Bearcats this year. You talk about a team right on the edge of being really good. They have lost, I think, 5 or 6 Big 12 games by like a combined 20 points. I mean, they're playing everybody to within the last minute. Just can't seem to get over the hump. They have Iowa State coming up tomorrow, but they gave Houston everything they wanted on Saturday in Cincinnati. I'm not a Bearcat fan per se. I'm not a Bearcat hater. But, man, they are close.
And I'm not just saying this because Gonzaga beat UK at Rupp Arena.
No, you're fine.
But Gonzaga is kind of the same way this year. You know, they have been a nationally competing team for years. You know, they're not ranked, but, well, I don't know if they are now.
They might have been after this week. I don't know.
I mean, to go into Rupp Arena and beat UK.
Which maybe it's not that big of a deal right now.
Which it might not be. But, you know, it's still one of them teams that's just right on the edge there that could go either way. They could miss the tournament or they could make it to the Final Four. Who knows? But
there's a three-pointer up and good for South Oldham as they get it started right away. Avery Flynn gives South a 25-24 lead. And a double dribble. Let's just say that I'm glad that the UK players aren't involved with the TSA, because I bet a lot of stuff would get through. 25-24. And there's that little layup, no good, but getting her own rebound is Grace Turner. And there's a foul. Did they get Logan or Bowling?
It looks like it was on Addie.
Yeah, their defense has been porous, to say the least. And there's a nice jump shot. I'm impressed with her game. Madison Young, 8 points. She's a heck of a player.
Yeah, you don't see too many players in today's game with that sort of move.
It's a three by Rachel Howard, no good. Logan gets the rebound and falling down. That is a fall-away jumper because she fell all the way to the ground, no contact, and scores. I was talking to Madison Young a little bit before the game, just getting some pronunciations, and I know, I just said, hey, can you help me? But she was really nice and talked a little bit about a couple things. There's a foul. It's going to be on Bryn Bricky. I was asking her, and I think you and I have talked a little bit about this, but I was asking her because the Owen County JV team needed a foul in the last 30 seconds, and no one wanted to foul. And it's that whole thing where I said, do you guys practice fouling? You know, just in that late game. And she said, no. She said, it's just an IQ thing. You know, she said, I look up on the floor and I know, and on the scoreboard, and she said, I can see that, you know, there's 4 fouls. We got to give one. And she said, you know, now, would our JV team do it? She said, I don't know. But she said, I'd like to think that our varsity would do it. And she gets smacked across the face by Kylie Steffen inadvertently. And that is her third.
2 seconds.
Well, I thought it was. They only have 1 on the board. I had her for 2 already.
I don't know. We might have to check the Hall of Fame clock keeper. I do see Jasmine Tidd coming.
Yeah, that's her third. I'm not the greatest scorekeeper in the world because got quite a bit of things going on up here, but I know that's her third.
Well, the clock is probably about as old as this school too, so I'm gonna give Dave Stowe the benefit of the doubt here.
Oh, there's a pass almost stolen away. Lady Rebels up by 1. Logan going to work, left hand, no, gets her own rebound, scores, and a foul. Foul was on Bricky. That's her second. And you talked about it. They're staying in that zone, but Owen County so far here in the second half is having some good luck down in the paint. Free throw, good.
And I think with playing it that first half as well, kind of gave them an opportunity to feel it out.
Nice quick pass down the floor. Turnaround jumper is no good. And that'll be a held ball, and it will go to Owen County. So good job by Kayla Gibson, who only played a couple of minutes in the first half due to foul trouble. Lady Rebels have led by 4 a couple of times. Any points here would be their largest lead. Down to Logan, going to her left, back to the right, back to the left, scores. How patient was that move? And there's an unforced turnover.
I'm at a loss for words for that one. It all happened so quick. I didn't really see it, but it was just.
Now, what do we got? Are they going to say this ball was deflected? Because there's no way.
I think they're going to get a timeout.
All right. So we're trying to get an explanation, and I think, okay, so what's going to happen is that's not a turnover. South Oldham called timeout because the coach called timeout before the ball was inbounded, and so it will be retained here by South Oldham. So a break for the Lady Dragons. South Oldham with the basketball. 3, no good. Saved into Rachel Howard.
And a good move by Kaylee Gibson with the and one.
Thank you. I was sending signals to the guys down there to give you another drink. I dropped my bottle down, so I apologize. Good call on that. Kaylee Gibson converts, and it's a 9-point lead.
The but there was another old-fashioned three-point play there.
Thank you. 36-27, a drive and a miss as it hit the bottom of the basket, and the ball is taken away, Madison Young, and then she short-armed it. And Kaylee Gibson has it as things are getting quite aggressive down there.
Oh, good catch there. You all didn't see that, but a Powerade just came flying up from the first floor of the high school.
Well, here's what happened. I dropped my Powerade, Brody Hearn. I dropped it. Guys saw it. First of all, didn't know where it came from. They looked up here, and I'm like, I'm pointing like, would you get me one? He's like, what do you want me to do with this? Just get me one. So thank you. Lady Rebels, a chance for a double-digit lead. It's like Jay Billis gets ice cream at Rupp Arena easier than I can get a Powerade. And they're going to get a timeout, Owen County.
We need to talk to TJ about that. Just have one night where we have an ice cream and talk about it during a timeout or a commercial break or something.
I would be all for soft serve here at Floyd E. Gritton. If we could get some soft serve.
We need the Shamrock Shake.
Oh,
we need.
Yeah, you're right.
Back to the Super Bowl question. I know who I want.
Okay.
Or what would be a good show. Greta Van Fleet. You know, they're kind of a newer band, but they play pretty much the same style as Led Zeppelin. You know, they've got the same sort of songs in a sense. You know, I'm not a music major, know anything about music by no means.
Well, I know Greta Van Susteren. She used to be on Fox News, but Greta Van Fleet is a new one.
Yes.
I'm going to have to go home and look that up. I'm going to have to try some, what do the kids use? Is the Apple Music,
yes.
iTunes, Apple Music?
Yeah, they're like a classic rock band in the 2020s.
All right.
And then that way it switches up genres, and it's not a bad show either.
All right, Greta Van Fleet. That is on fleek. And here's the turnaround jumper. Thought she was going to shoot it, didn't. Nice pass, Rachel Howard drives and misses. Rebels by 9. 4 minutes to go in the third. That's a shot that's left short. That's 2 or 3 in a row that South Oldham's just flat out short-armed. And you wonder if the pressure getting to them a little bit here. On the road, down 9, not a place they've been a lot this year. And there's a ball. The dribble got away from Logan. Taken away, Madison Young. She lays it up and in. In fact, I said they're averaging 67 points a game. They're only allowing 46 a game. So they are not used to being in games like this. And in fact, if you go back and look, their average margin of victory, I didn't figure it out, but it's double digits over the last 10 games or so at least. It's a dangerous pass, but Jasmine Tidd comes away with it. Oh, good pass down low to Kaylee Gibson. She fakes and then goes up and scores. That was Haley Logan-esque.
Yes, very much.
Nice play, Kaylee Gibson. She now has 5. And it's 38-29. Rebels maintaining the 9-point lead. Here's a jump shot up. That one's short, but she gets her own rebound and scores. That was Chloe John. 38-31. Now they are playing the man. They're out of that zone now. Lady Rebels driving. Logan misses. Rebound, Madison Young. Just going to say, Owen County can't get ahead of themselves. They've got to stay at this pace because it looks like South Oldham would like to speed it up a little bit right now. As Bricky lays one in. 38-33. And good job by Addie Bowling, the senior, to kind of walk it up and try to get things reset. But South Oldham definitely trying to speed up the Lady Rebels. They cannot, is Haley Logan from Kaylee Gibson. And Haley Logan now with 11 in the second half. And it's a 7-point lead again.
And that right there was what I was talking about at halftime about
wow, that was a near steal.
South Oldham going to man. You know, the lane was wide open there. Haley can take just about anybody one-on-one. As there goes an unforced turnover.
It's going to get a couple of youngsters up off the bench. Lila Wilson and Chloe Dempsey check into the game. 40-35. Coach Wesselman, though, trying to get her kids a breather here of this last 90 seconds of the quarter. Down low it goes. Shot blocked by Haley Logan, out of bounds, and it stays here. Nice play on Ella Morrison, who, I dare say this, has been quiet here in the second half. She has not scored. Bounce pass comes in, shot foul. Haley Logan commits the foul, and Bricky's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
That's on Haley Logan, her first, team third.
It's the first on Haley Logan. Bricky connects. She now has 7. Gibson comes in for Logan to give her a little breather with a minute 21. So you look over there on the bench, Addie Bowling, Haley Logan, Kylie Steffen. Of course, Kylie with the 3 fouls, but a nice chance to get them a little blow. But the lead back to 3. Wilson picks up her dribble to Howard. Oh, wide open, 10, goes in and scores. She did miss the pass, but instead went to the rim. She now has 4. Oh, nice cut, Morrison, that's a bucket. That was a nice looking play. That was reminiscent of North Oldham's boys the other night a couple times. Down to 45 seconds, needs some help. Howard gives it to her, has it knocked away and stolen, and then Wilson gets called for a cheap foul, but maybe a good foul, because that was going to be a layup. So Lila Wilson, her first, and then no free throws, just a 4th team foul. As Rachel Howard's going to get a break. South Oldham under their own goal. Bounce pass in, up, good. Madison Young now with 12, 42-41. I think it's important for Owen County psychologically to keep this lead going into the 4th. And that ball will bounce out of bounds. It went through the hands of Dempsey. So with 25 seconds, let's see if South Oldham holds it for 1. And if they do, I would find number 22. She has it, Madison Young working against Kayla Gibson. Morrison, 3, no, rebound Lila Wilson. She throws it away and gets Jasmine Tidd a foul. Lila threw it right to Bryn Bricky, and Jasmine fouled her. And with 5 seconds to go, Bricky's going to be at the line for 2. I think it's huge if this game is at least just tied going into the 4th. Owen County's led by as many as 9. You got to get this rebound if she misses. She does, and the rebound is controlled by Owen County. Wilson, will she get a shot off? She tried, and there was a little bit of contact, but I don't think any official's going to call that right there. But more importantly, going into the 4th quarter, Owen County is hanging on to a 1-42-41 lead.
And I think it's okay to, as the Lady Rebels, to maybe give up a couple of those points towards the end of the 3rd quarter because it gives a lot of your starters that break. They have played pretty much the entire game without coming out maybe 30 seconds.
Nobody ever looks up here when they're throwing all the little balls.
Do we have any cheerleaders capable of throwing?
I don't know. I'm trying to see. Well, I got it. He threw a Powerade to me, so that's good. I got it.
That was Brody Hearn.
It was right? Brody Hearn, yes. Let's give another quick shout out to our corporate partners tonight: Adidas, Ascraft Realty, Broadlink, Bush Realty, the Covenants Group, Call Family Pharmacy, Commonwealth Credit Union, Double B Dumpsters, the Elk Creek Hunt Club, Family Billiards Pool Hall, German American Bank, Graphics for Athletics, Growing Family McDonald's, H&W Duke Sporting Goods, Kelly Brothers, Mi Viejo, North American Stainless, Owen Electric, Perry Logistics, Premier Detail, Snappy Tomato Pizza, Southern States, State Farm of Owenton, UK Sports Medicine. Buckle up. It is after 9 o'clock here in Owenton, but we've got one more quarter to go.
Past my bedtime.
You all right? You good?
I think I can make it.
All right. Here we go, 42-41. Hopefully this is a really good 8 minutes for the Lady Rebels as they're trying to pull an upset tonight. South Oldham, the first possession. Here's the shot up and good. That is Grace Turner, her first basket of the second half, and it's a 43-42 South Oldham lead. Oh, Allie Steffen just barely across. Rachel Howard for three, no good. Lady Rebels have not hit a three so far in the second half after they made 5 in the first. 3 on the other end, that's no good. Rebound comes down to Kylie Steffen. That was Turner again. Needs some help. Fortunate that ends up with Rachel Howard, and there's all kinds of contact. And who's the foul on?
Are they going to call a foul because that ref is confused?
No way that's a jump ball. I think they didn't know what to call. Honestly. Nevertheless, Owen County has the basketball, but mark that down. That could be a big moment in this game if you need a possession late. Haley Logan drives, loses it. 7 minutes to go. Quickly, Young scores. She now has 14. It's a 3-point South Oldham game, and it's only a 3-point game, but it's a little bit of danger time. You kind of sense South Oldham has kind of gathered itself a little bit after being down 9 there midway through the third. And Owen County takes the timeout.
And that's a good timeout, too, by the Lady Rebels, just to kind of take a step back. Okay, let's collect our thoughts again and just slow it down. You know, some of these plays right here have been really sloppy. Like they're trying to just score really quick when they don't really need to. They just need to be patient like they have this entire game and make the shots when they need to.
Here's a thought for you. I don't know that I've ever really thought about this, but obviously South Oldham's under pressure, but sometimes I wonder if the team trying to pull the upset's under more pressure. You know, you're the team you're not expected to win necessarily. It's a tough opponent. It's senior night. Oh, and that goes right through the hands of Kylie Steffen, but fortunately, they're going to say Chloe John touched it last. The Lady Rebels just look like they're a step ahead of where they really want to be. They need to calm it down, need a good solid possession here, and the ball is deflected, and it's controlled by Haley Logan. Almost disaster. Can Haley get things settled? Good non-pass right there. Gibson wanted to fire it across the lane, but thought better of it. And now the Lady Rebels in an offensive set. Haley Logan with a big basket right there. And let's see if that settles down the Lady Rebels a little bit on this end defensively. Madison Young going all the way in, and that's a foul as Addie Bowling almost came away with a block but got a lot of the wrist. And she commits her second, and that's going to put Madison Young at the line. She is 2 for 2 tonight. South Oldham up by 1. That one rims out.
You know, as this game goes on, it might be the free throws that are the deciding factor for both teams. You know, both teams have missed a good amount of free throws.
South Oldham just a 69% shooting team. There's a jump ball on the miss, and this one will stay with South. You know, we talked about it earlier in the pregame show about South Oldham and their want to shoot the three-point shot. They have not really taken a ton of threes tonight. Pass in to Morrison. She's going to work. Now kicks it into the lane, little running jump shot. And that is Grace Turner. She's had a couple of big baskets here as of late. And it's 47-44. 5.5 to go. Kylie Steffen gets across the timeline, almost traveled. Finds Logan, cutting to the basket, up and good. South Oldham coming back this way. 47-46. High arching shot, no good by Bricky, and Logan the rebound and a foul. I think they're going to get Chloe John with the foul. And it is, and that is her second. One foul each here in the fourth quarter by both teams. Addie Bowling driving baseline, gets cut off. Ball loose, and a jump ball.
That one's going to stay with Owen County.
Thought for a second South Oldham was going to get a timeout out of that. Their player had it, and I thought she was going to try to call a timeout, but Kylie Steffen got on it. 4:51. It's a 1-point Lady Dragon lead. Lady Rebels can take the lead with a basket here. Bowling bounces it in, stolen away. Morrison with the steal, and she is pushing it this way. Stops, Young gets in, and she's going to make it from there. 16 on the night, 10.5, and she comes up with a steal. The nice pass in the basket by Bryn Bricky. And now Owen County will take a timeout. 51-46, and all of a sudden the South Oldham leads at 5. Couple of costly turnovers on the last two possessions for Owen County. South Oldham's been able to convert, and it's a 5-point game. Kind of surprised, and I don't watch South Oldham on a nightly basis to know, but I thought there might be a few more people from Crestwood who'd be down here tonight for this one. Not a lot of folks in green over there.
I don't know. It's the same situation with North the other night. There was not very many people here. Which I made the drive from the Galt House this afternoon just as a passenger, and I don't like that drive either.
No, and at night, in the potential for some rain, I'm not if you're a South Oldham fan, you happen to be tuned in right now, I'm not being critical. Like you said, I mean, that is the one thing about some of these 8th region games you see late. And you start talking about 8th region tournament, these South Oldham would have to go all the way to Anderson County, maybe a couple nights in a row, and that can wear on you. Inbound, almost another steal. Madison Young, she's everywhere, defensively, offensively. Just a well-rounded player on this team. Not sure if she's going to play at the next level, but I would not be surprised. Maybe she's going to Georgetown. Here's Kylie Steffen. Gets into the lane. Nice pass. Addie Bowling scores. That is twice. Kylie Steffen is driven and dished. And it's 51-48. Lady Rebels need to stop. 4 minutes to go. Three, high arching three. That ball I thought hit the rope there, hanging the string. And instead, Madison Young cleans it up. Kylie Steffen's going to go all the way to the basket, gets it knocked away, and that's a travel. Ball ended up with Chloe John, but she fell down. Good defensive play by South Oldham because Kylie Steffen had a one-way ticket to the rim right there. Addie Bolin gets this one in. And then comes and gets it back from Gibson. No empty trips if you're Owen County. 3:25 to go. Here's Kylie Steffen. See if she can get in the lane and draw and dish like she did before. Bowling in a little bit of trouble. Gets it to Gibson. Nice pass. Rachel Howard scores. Owen County's last 3 possessions have been point-blank baskets thanks to good passing. And it's back to 3. Turner, here's a long 3. That one is good by Chloe John. She's come up big here in the last few minutes. She now has 7. And it's 56-50, 2:40 to go. Ball knocked away and stolen. Madison Young coming to left side, drops it off, and a foul.
So at this point, it looks like the Lady Rebels are getting pretty worn out.
I would agree.
You know, South Oldham, not really that they played more players. It's just their defense and their quick offense has worn them out a little bit.
Free throw no good, however. Grace Turner is 0 for 3 tonight. Really 0 for 4 in a sense because she had 3 shots at it in the first half. She knocks that one down, and it's 57-50, and we're going to get a timeout. Yeah, this is when you're Owen County, you've only committed the 2 team fouls. I think you're in that part of the game where you're going to have to score. You probably at some point are going to need a 3. And then you're going to have to foul. So happy birthday, Brax Ward. Student section, if you didn't hear, singing happy birthday. No, going back to what I was saying, you've got some fouls to give if you're Owen County, so you can be aggressive defensively. And if you commit a couple of fouls here, it's not a big deal. You just have to know who to foul. And as I said, you're going to have to make 1, maybe 2 threes here in the last 2.5. Not out of it. Kylie Steffen with the ball. Now to Kaylee Gibson. Pass deflected. Rachel Howard, a nice job to track that down. Rebels haven't made a 3 in the second half. We're almost at the 2-minute mark. 2:03 now. Lob down. Haley Logan. Thought she got fouled. Missed it. And the rebound to South Oldham. Madison Young looks up at the clock and slows it down. Lady Rebels are going to need a foul. Down on the block, up top, jump shot, good. And that might just about do it. 59-50. Lady Rebels need baskets in a hurry. Logan to Gibson to Bowling. You need this one. And they got it. Addie Bowling knocks down the 3 and a quick timeout. So it's still a 2-possession game. The German-American 3-point shot for every 3-pointer the Lady Rebels and Rebels make here at home. German-American donates $10. Tonight, the Lady Rebels have now made 5 3-point shots. That is the second for Addie Bowling. go for the steal. If you don't get it, foul. And you have to do that a couple of times to get 3 times, to be exact, to get Owen County, or to get South Oldham to the free throw line with 1:12. Lady Rebels aren't thinking about moral victories right here. They're trying to get a dub. Got to get it in. Got to get it in. They do to Madison Young. And they got a foul, and that's what they're telling Kaylee Gibson. You got a foul, and they do. It's kind of ironic that, again, I was talking to Madison Young before the game about this very situation, and she was the one offensively who had the basketball. Getting it in, and a foul. It's on Kayla Gibson, and there's nothing you can do. I have her for 4. Is that her 5th?
I don't know.
I think it is. So the next foul will put South Oldham at the line, and an offensive foul. Nope, it's not the 5th.
So it looks like we're getting a little offense-defensive action here.
Yeah. So Kayla Gibson had only committed 4. Now the Lady Rebels with 60 seconds, down by 6. Off the screen, Kylie Steffen all the way, missed the layup. Rebound is ripped away. It's a jump ball, and it's to South Oldham.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure on that call, considering everybody was going down with it. You know, the ball was still moving before she blew the whistle.
I think, again, you anticipate jump ball and you blow the – I agree. Here's a baseball pass that Lila Wilson had a chance to pick off, can't. And now it's saved into Addie Bowling. Still alive are the Lady Rebels. Haley Logan to the rim and a blocking foul, and she's going to the line. And Rachel Howard's hurt. She dislocated. They're trying to get her not to look at it. I think it was dislocated, to be honest, her pinky. You're the one who saw it. I didn't see it because I might have had to have sat down.
Yeah, it looked like it was her pinky.
And Casey popped it back in.
Judging by Casey's reaction, that's all it was, because Casey was smiling and almost laughing, hugging Rachel there.
Well, I thought she was going down for a second.
Yeah, that can't feel good.
I've never done that. Knock on wood. Now, they may tape this, and she may get back in there. You know her. And folks, you can't see it right now as Haley Logan makes it. Braden's holding your pinky. He is holding it like it was his, and I understand.
Yeah, it's because, I jammed my pinky before playing basketball.
Oh.
And, you know, I broke my middle finger playing basketball at a friend's house one year. So those finger fractures, breaks, sprains, they don't feel good.
4-point game and a foul. Probably not who you wanted to foul, but you don't have a lot of choice. Although Madison Young missed her last 2 free throws.
And Rachel's going back in, it seems like. I don't think Casey really had a say in whether she was going back in or not.
That is, I don't care who you are, because the free throw is good. Young looked good on that one. That takes some courage and some intestinal fortitude. I would be afraid if I shook it like she just did, I'd do it again.
It still does not feel good. You can tell by her reactions.
Free throw good, but I tell you what, And you know better than me, that girl is not coming out of this game if she doesn't have to. 30 seconds, 6-point game. Addie Bowling in a little trouble. Kayla Gibson, 3, short. Addie Bowling gets it. Haley Logan, Lady Rebels need buckets. Down low, Gibson, good. Timeout. 61-57, 15 and a half seconds to go. So 15 and a half seconds. Again, if you don't get the steal, you have to foul right away. I don't know. I don't keep up with it, but Owen County can't have any more time. I don't know.
I don't think they do.
I think they're out, which means Owen County would have to score before the clock hit 5. Otherwise, South Oldham wouldn't have to even inbound. Because unlike in high school or college basketball, the clock does not stop on a make. And that's a travel. Woo, that's a foul. That's a tough call right there. Ella Morrison, who's came in averaging 18 points a game, only has 7. 3 of 4 from the line. That one's good. So regardless of what the clock says, it says 11.7. If you're Owen County, you have to score here within about 5 seconds if you want to have a chance to get the ball back.
I've seen crazier things happen.
I have too. Free throw, good. And now South Oldham wants to talk about it. So 11.7. I was trying to look to see if potential one-day Hall of Fame scorekeeper Scott Howard was telling Amy how many timeouts she has left, but I didn't see him. Sometimes they'll hold up the fingers just to remind, but I didn't see him do it. So I don't think Owen County has any.
You know, he also has a ring.
Yes.
And don't forget Craig Boland. He also has a ring.
Yes.
Being the voice of the Lady Rebels. I got a piece of the net that year for the district championship as the honorary bookkeeper. You know, I did JV games that year.
You got a T, if I remember right. And you still got a piece of the ring? I mean, a piece of the net?
Oh, absolutely. It's still sitting at the house.
I know my son has he got a piece of the net from one of the district titles, and I don't know if it's boys or girls, but when I was writing for the paper, the guys were very cool. The Lady Rebels were very cool, and he got a piece. I don't know if he still has it or not. Here we go. Lady Rebels got to be in a hurry. Inbound Kylie Steffen down to 10 seconds. Steffen gives it off to Logan. Too much time, and they may not get a shot off. Kicks it out. Rachel Howard a long 3. No. And this one will end. Owen County losing it 63-57. Quite an effort tonight from Owen County. I know they're going to be disappointed right now that they didn't get the win, but quite an effort tonight going forward as you get ready for district play.
You know, Mom just texted me and asked if it was nasty. Yes, it was nasty. For all you people out there listening, Rachel Howard's pinky was very nasty.
Well, you could tell by her reaction that she didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to see it from up here. We're going to get our Broadlink player of the game over here in just a second, and it's going to be Madison Young. So we'll get her over here. We'll get the point totals, and then it's bedtime. I'll get you guys out of here. And
let's see. Maybe they're not.
I'll run down the point totals. I'll keep an eye on what's going on down below me. Point totals tonight, first of all, for South Oldham. They were led by Madison Young, who finished with 20 points. Grace Turner, 11. Bryn Brickey had 10. Ella Morrison, just 9 points tonight. Chloe John, 7 points, but they were huge 7 points. She had them late in that game. Grace Turner, Avery Flynn with 6 for South Oldham. For Owen County, they were led by Haley Logan, who finished with 22 points tonight. Kylie Steffen with 8. Addie Bowling with 8. Lila Wilson with 3. Chloe Dempsey with 2. Rachel Howard with 8. We are getting it set up to send it down. South Oldham is going to improve to 19-4 overall. The Lady Rebels will fall to 11-13. So we're getting it set up to send it downstairs to Colby Young. Tuesday night. Tomorrow night, we'll be back in here as we're waiting as the Rebels do senior night for the guys. We'll be back in here as Owen County will take on Shelby County, a team who, talking a little bit before the game, has had some injuries all year and trying to get a cohesive lineup together for most of the year. Here we go. Madison Young is with Colby Young.
I'm Colby Young with number 22, Madison Young. You finished with 20 points, the game high. Coming to this game, did you feel like you were going to put up this many points?
We definitely knew that we were going to have to play as a team. We know the type of competition that Owen County is. We knew we had to play together. First half wasn't how it should have been for us, and we knew we had to step it up defensively. So really the most important thing was our mindset going into this game.
Congratulations on being named Broadlink Player of the Game.
Thank you.
So Madison Young, our Broadlink Player of the Game. Good job to Colby Young. It's as he does our interviews tonight. Let me run down the corporate partners one more time, and then we'll kind of wrap things up from up here. Oiditas, Ashcraft Realty, Broadlink, Bush Realty, the Covenants Group, Call Family Pharmacy, Commonwealth Credit Union, Double B Dumpsters, Elk Creek Hunt Club, Family Billiards Pool Hall, German American Bank, Graphics for Athletics, Growing Family McDonald's, H&W Duke Sporting Goods, Kelly Brothers, Me Viejo, North American Stainless, Owen Electric, Perry Logistics, Premier Detail, Snappy Tomato Pizza, Southern States, State Farm of Owenton, and UK Sports Medicine. Also, again, thanks to German American Bank, as they are our 3-Point Challenge sponsor this year. German American Bank donates $10 for every Owen County Lady Rebel and Rebel 3-point basket made here at home. Tonight, the Lady Rebels made 5. Final thoughts on this one tonight. I thought the Lady Rebels played well, had a lead, but South Oldham, as you said, kind of just wore them out there in the third and fourth, late in the third, early fourth.
Yeah, and I think it's a good spot for the Lady Rebels. You know, it might not hurt to lose a game before districts. You know, I would love for them to win every single game, but it just doesn't work that way. But even coming off a loss tonight, I think they're in a good spot. I think they can play to that same caliber that they played tonight against any team in our district, and I think they should handle them pretty easily. I don't think they'll be worn down as quick playing these other teams, but we'll see. They're off to heading in the right direction.
Absolutely. I totally agree. We said it the other night. You know, they struggled there after the injury to Zoe Webster. They had a tough December, to be honest about it, but they have bounced back so far here in this year 2024. They're going to get another tough one on Thursday night as Grant County comes in here. A rivalry game. Grant County, a good basketball team. They've won 17 games this year, so a little bit of rest tomorrow, a little practice. Hopefully we'll get our digits together in the case of your sister, and she'll be okay because the Lady Rebels don't need injuries right now. So hopefully that'll go well. We'll be back tomorrow night, as I said, as the boys take on Shelby County. It's the Blake Trailer homecoming game. So be here for that one. That's going to do it tonight. As I said, Lady Rebels fall to 11-13 as South Oldham improves to 19-14 as they knock off Owen County.